Yo, welcome back. What's up? My name is Chad, if you're new here, and this is Chad Makes Art. Welcome to the video where I check in once a week as I document my journey to trying to become an artist for a living. I know there's a lot of people out there that dabble and have creative juices flowing within inside of them. That's weird. And some people are able to turn it into how they do money. That's weird. Turn it into what they do for a living. So I decided I'm gonna be one of those people, and I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm walking uphill right now, sorry. Whew! And I'm just making videos talking about trying to figure it out. I actually was thinking about today, as I went to go hit record for this, that I want to be a little bit more honest about just taking the pressure off of like what I'm supposed to say and like talk about and what I'm supposed to blah 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 blah, and just keep it real, man. You know, like my story is my story, and I can at least stick by that, you know. And then I don't have to worry about making anything up or saying the wrong thing, because just like going through the woods, like blazing your own trail, you're never lost, or however that quote goes. So anyway, yeah, let's see, check in for the week. I think it's week 30, so that's kind of wild. 30 weeks of talking into this camera. Well, I've gotten a little bit more comfortable with making these videos, but I don't know, something just seems kind of unnatural about having a camera on a stick and pointing at yourself and talking to yourself, because there's really no one around right now. It feels weird, but just like anything, practice gets more familiar, more comfortable, more of a normal thing. But yeah, so this week I've just related to that, I guess, been putting a lot of pressure on like what I'm supposed to be doing, and also trying to balance like what I feel called to do. And I feel like that's just a little bit of the battle of external forces against internal forces, or like, you know, conditioning of the environment growing up and what I'm supposed to do versus like listening to who I really am and what I'm really here to do, and just leaning into that, whether that's like unconventional or a risky decision to pursue. I gotta be me, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of us feel that way. Been kind of like dodging how truthful that is for a long time, and I feel like now it just kind of got to a point where I just can't anymore, you know what I mean? Which is awesome, but it's also like, I'll go back this way. It's kind of like the idea of transformation can be painful, usually is, and you know, the caterpillar in the chrysalis in the dark, transforming, not knowing what's going on, seems like a dying more than a birth. And then like on the other side of that, it's flying around in the sunshine, a beautiful butterfly, you know what I mean? Which is pretty dope. But yeah, maybe I'm just that sounds pretty silly. I'm just transforming into my version of my butterfly version, and I just, uncertainty comes with the territory of pursuing who you really are, because nobody can really show you the way, you know, to who you really are. Like, it's more of like a quieting things around you and then listening to the inner voice of who you are, who you really are, you know, meditating, sitting with that, and also trying things. You know, one thing that I realized in my life, I've either made a lot of mistakes when it comes to like working and business, but really it's just like I've tried a lot of things and learned a lot about what I can do and what I can do well and what comes easier to me than other things, and it's all just information really, you know, and it helps inform where to go next. It doesn't really have to mean that if you haven't found the thing, then that really is just proof that you don't have what it takes to find anything, you know. But once you know your thing and then you don't pursue it, that's also a death sentence, because then you know, and then it's like, ugh, you can't just not know. And if you go do like the hourly job and just be like, I'll just do this, that's a safe thing. It'll probably always eat at you, and regret is a mofo at the end of things. But anyway, yeah, let's just trying to, I guess, give myself permission in a way to let go of any preconceived notions of like what things should look like, and then just put a lot more effort and focus on doing the things that we need to do, and then just having consistency around that, and then trust in the process really, and it's just a matter of time at that point, you know. But anyway, yeah, I'm just a dude, man, just talking, making these videos to hold myself accountable, sharing my story for whatever purpose it might serve others, and also just be kind of cool to like look back on these when I'm 60 years from now, you know, I'm an old fart and I can watch these. So anyway, dang, I'm gonna seem so young when I'm like 80 and I look at this, because I'm 41 and I'm feeling kind of old. Sometimes I still kind of feel like I'm a big kid, but anyway, that's about it. It's getting dark, I gotta get out of here. So thanks for checking in as I check in for the week. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the week and weekend coming up, and if I didn't scare you away, and I'll see you on the next video. Cool. Peace.